Peace, family. This is Dr. Kia. This is Friday, May the 6th, 2022, and it's close to 9:30, but I'm not sure what time it is exactly. And I'm here, happy, feeling joyous. I'm in the Florida sun, but I am watching around. I'm sitting in my backyard, I have a large backyard, but you see that? I have to be mindful because we have snakes in Florida. Oh, yes, we do. I've seen a couple of them. They're black snakes, and I don't think they're dangerous, but whether they are or not, I'm not afraid of them. I just have to be mindful because I don't want to get bit, even though I'm not afraid. But today, I just want to encourage you to maintain a joyful spirit and also to mind your energy. Now, be very mindful and conservative in terms of how you will use your energy because mainstream media is going to bring up a whole lot of stuff. Okay. Have you noticed all the people that's coming up with COVID, all the entertainers and politicians? So we've been saying this for years that these are code words for some people have been arrested, some people have been taken to Guantanamo Bay. So just be mindful of your energy. Try not to exert um, too much emotion when talking about these things, and try not to even get that upset if you can, about Roe versus Wade or Roe versus Wade, the so-called documents that were released because they're talking about overturning that decision. And also they're talking about social media influencers that have allegedly passed on. um, they want you to know that, this person got punched. I think it was Dave Chappelle or slapped or something. It's always something. Just a couple weeks ago, it was Will Smith, right? So just be mindful that a lot of things are going to come up. It's going to come up. A lot of things are going to come up in the media to kind of ruffle your feathers or rattle you, get you rattled. But what a lot of people don't know, and some of you do know, or you could feel it at a gut level, is that a lot of these social media influencers, they're not just everyday people. They're not fly by night people that just came on the scene and all of a sudden made money. A lot of these people have signed on, have contracts to further or push certain agendas and to cause divide, whether it be in indigenous communities or so-called black communities or between the different races, between men and women. They have signed on. It's an agenda that was being pushed anyway. Also, with the whole Pan-African movement, you have a lot of those speakers who were actually criminals, and even some of the more people call themselves Moors, and they want to push that rhetoric that you need to sign these documents, become a national. Now, I a lot of them have benevolent reasons for doing that. But then you have many who were felons who were just trying to find a way to make money and hustle people out of their money. These are not everyday people. I mean, these are not like people that just came from nowhere. A lot of them were agents, and people have outed some of these people. It's particularly those in the Pan African movement and those who were trying to get people to buy products from them and buy parcels of land. And then it came out that they didn't have land to really sell. They didn't really have a real product or a real school. Just be mindful of your energy. And if these people are really dying, may they rest in peace. Just keep in mind that a lot of people's character, their character is dying and not necessarily the man or the woman. So whenever I see it, being really pushed on the mainstream media with TMZ, it really shocks me that people say, I don't believe it unless TMZ covers it. I don't believe it unless I see it in mainstream media. And I'm like, when are you going to learn that most things that come out of the mainstream media is propaganda? When are you going to learn that these are energy vampires that soak up your energy? They want you to get all upset on social media. They want you and me to get angry with our family members and angry with each other so that we're not out in the sun having fun together, so that we're not loving each other, so that we're not making love to our spouses. They want to cause division in marriages. They want to cause division between mother and child, father and son, husband and wife, sister and brother, sister and sister, friend and friend, even social media friends. So watch your energy. Pay close attention to how you exert your energy and keep your emotions in check. Be even keeled as much as possible. We can talk about these social issues, but let's not get upset because at the end of the day, does it really matter? Yes, death matters. Yes, some of these things that are happening matter, but does the fact that somebody got slapped Does it really matter? How does it affect your life? Okay. Do politics matter that much? Of course it matters to some extent, but should it cause marriages to break up? I'm on social media and I hear people saying, I finally left that liberal. Ha ha ha. Now I can breathe. And I'm thinking, well, before it was such a happy marriage. Don't you remember you were happy? You made love, you had wonderful, sex, you were going on these trips together, you wanted everybody to be happy like you, and now you're rejoicing that your marriage is over because you are conservative and he's a liberal? Or I had to leave this person because they're a Trump supporter. Really? It tore up your whole family? Now, if this happened um naturally, I do understand it. I understand it. I understand it, but try not to allow those things outside of your home to ruin your joy. Maintain your joy and your peace and your happiness and keep your energy and emotions in check because a lot of things are happening so that we can be divided. And if we're fighting amongst each other, we're not paying attention to how they are trying to keep us traumatized. But we're moving to new dimensions. So some of these social media people who were utilized to keep us fighting, whether you agree to their message or not, some of them were really being used to keep this infighting going on. That will not be permitted in the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 20th, however many dimensions you choose to ascend. It won't be allowed. We're going to love each other. We're going to make love to each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to be joyous. We're not going to have all this division and infighting with the races and the sexes. That's not going to be permitted. So start practicing right now. Even when you think about Roe versus Wade, you know, the reason some people used abortion was because, some of them have been raped or assaulted, but a lot of them was using it as a birth control, and some of them use it because they had these oopsies or these mistakes. And I'm not here or there trying to judge. I have my own judgment and my own reasons, but you have your own, right? You have your thoughts about that. We won't do that. We'll be more conscious and conscientious and intentional about relationships and with whom we mate in these higher dimensions. And if you're not ready, practice now. So I just want to encourage you to keep your emotions in check, to maintain a joyful experience or demeanor, to practice love, practice spending quality time with your families, and do what keeps your vibrations high. It might be being in the sun or enjoying nature like I am in my backyard. It may be spending time with your grandbabies or your companion. Whatever brings you joy, do it often and as often as you can, and that will create more joy, right? It would just grow exponentially. So I'm Dr. Kia Pruitt, and I want to encourage you today to stay joyous. Have a joyous rising and a joyous, magnificent day. Make it wonderful. I'm on my way to a class. I love you. Take care. Mwah. Goodbye. If this message was helpful, please let me know how it was helpful, and please let me know your thoughts on the things that I've said. Peace. Make it a great day. Ta-da.